Shalom Yasharahla. Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great wisdom. Peace and salutation to you, Akim, or just pushing the truth in love and sincerity and in charity with all humility. Okay, this is the brother Yahawah from the GMS Muhammad's camp. Back at you with another brief lesson, another Monday Night Live. Okay, seeing the title, All Wisdom is to fear Yahawah Bashim Yahushai and do his will. Okay, all wisdom is to fear Yahawah and do his will. Okay, so yeah, man, before I really get into it, okay, let me just do a little test. Okay, because this lesson, we're not going to be too long in this lesson. All right, all right. Okay, so yeah, man, all wisdom is to fear Yahawah and do his will. Okay, so let's go to Sirach 19 and verse 20. Okay, Shalom, Shalom, Malak, Yahawah Bashim Yahushai, Bahasham Kodash Barakatah, Shalom, brother. All right, so yeah, man, read Sirach 19 and 20. See, the fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law. Okay, in all wisdom is the performance of the law. Okay, so when you look at this word, performance from the Merriam Dictionary, they say the execution of an action. Okay, something accomplished, right? The ability to perform. Okay, the ability. Okay, all right. They say again, Sirach 19 and 20. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law and the knowledge of his omnipotency. Right? Now, when you go into that word omnipotency, they say an agency or force of unlimited power. Right? So this is real wisdom that performs the ways of Yahawah Bashim Yahushai. Okay, departing from evil. All right, you know what the word omnipotency is? Okay, the force of unlimited power, and we know that is with Yahawah, our Father. Okay, so let's get Job. Okay, 28 and 28. Right, they say, unto man he said, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding. Right? Now let's get Proverbs 16. Okay, before I get ready into it, let's bring on the two precepts first. Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 6. They say, by mercy and truth, iniquity is purged, and by the fear of Yahawah, men depart from evil. So you see how those two precepts link to each other. Departing from evil, which is understanding. Okay? And Proverbs 16 say, by the fear of the Lord, men depart from evil. Right? So this truth, okay, is this word. Right? Is this word. Okay? Because they say, by mercy and truth, iniquity is purged. Okay? This truth is this word, like I said. Let's just get that. Okay? John 17 and 17. All right? It say, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. Can't get around that. Thy word is truth. Okay, so departing from evil shows they have received the understanding of this word. Okay, departing from evil, okay, shows that they receive the understanding of this word. So if you're doing evil and you start in sin, which is iniquity, okay, then you don't have no fear of the Lord. You have no fear of the Lord because you're doing wickedness all the time. Okay, that's why the scriptures say in Proverbs 16 and 16, 16 and 6, say by mercy, the mercy of Yahawah and truth, which is this word, sin is purged. Okay, iniquity is purged. Right? And they that fear the Lord depart from evil. They that fear the Lord have that understanding. And they understand this word. So then they are not going to go around committing sin. Okay, like the Christians do. See, Christians, they have no understanding of the scriptures. This is why you find they are evil. Okay, they say the laws is no more. And departing from the laws, okay, what you're going to do? Departing from the laws only leadeth to death. All right, because why? You will do wickedness and wickedness and wickedness, stuck in that sin until that sin reach up to heaven. Okay, the scripture tell you because since let me just get it. Okay, because sentence against an evil. Okay, Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully setting them to do evil. Not because you do something wicked and because you ain't get judged right then. Don't think that you ain't gonna get judged. The law is still gonna judge you. Okay? Because keep in mind that the Lord sees all things, whether good or bad, good or evil. Though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days are prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not the Most High. And that's him committing sin daily. That's him committing sin regularly, stuck in sin, building the iniquity. All right. So let's get Psalms 111 and verse 10. All right. As I say, Lord, but this lesson is not going to be too long. Okay. Psalms 111 and 10. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You see that? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So if you fear the Lord, you will depart from evil. Okay. Then you would what? Mercy will be shown unto you. And then this truth, which is this word, you will study this word to show yourself approved. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. And right? A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endureth forever. Okay? You hear what it say? A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. That's because they fear the Lord. Okay? They take heed to his word. Because mercy and truth is extended to them that fear the Most High. For his mercy is from generation to generation upon them that fear him, right? Psalms 103 and 17. They say, let me just see, Psalms 103 and 8. Yahawah is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and plenteous in mercy. Verse shooting down to verse 17. But the mercy of Yahawah is from everlasting to everlasting upon them that fear him, and his righteousness unto children's children, to such as keep it, to such as keep his covenant, and to those that remember to remember his commandments to do them. You see? So all wisdom is to fear Yahawah Bashem Yahushai and do his will, his will. Okay. Psalms Psalms 112. All right. Psalms 112 and 1. Praise ye Yahawah. Blessed is the man that feareth Yahawah, that delighted greatly in his commandments. What delighted means to take joy. To take joy. Okay. But here it is you fools, okay, that you reject wisdom. Okay, they calling you fools because why? You reject this word. Okay, you reject this word. You break all the commandments. You start in sin. Only a fool does that. Okay, you reject this word. You reject wisdom. Okay, but it's okay because they are in their lot. They are in their lot, which is they are created. Okay, in vain. Second Edges 9 and 22. Let the multitude perish then, which were born in vain. You see that? And let my grape be kept. This is the elect and my plant, the elect of Israel. For with great labor have I made it perfect. I made it perfect. Okay? So you have no wisdom if you don't fear the Lord, if you don't do his will. All right? Let's get Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 7. All right? This is Proverbs chapter 1 and 7. The fear of Yahawah is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. A fool is one who committed adultery. A fool is one who breaketh the laws, statutes, and commandments. That's a fool. All right? So what is instruction? From the Merriam Dictionary, okay? As a matter of fact, let's pull it up. We can pull it up right here on the Merriam Dictionary. The word instruction. Okay. The word instruction is a plural, an outline or manual of technical procedures, right? But I'm going to shoot down because it have A, B, C, D. I'm going to shoot down the D. It's a precept. All right. If you can see that properly, it's a precept, right? Now, King David said, through thy precept, I get understanding. That's what King David said. Okay, Shalom Malak, Yahweh Shem Yahushai Barakatah. Okay, King David said, through thy precept, I get understanding. So let's go back in Psalms 119 and 104. Okay, say, through thy precept, I get understanding. Therefore, I hate every false way. Every false way was going to cause you to sin and continue to stock up sin until it become iniquity. And then when it reach high, it reach up to heaven, then the Most High do his thing, take you out of the earth. Okay? All right? So if you get understanding, right, this also shows that you fear Yahawah, because the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. All right? When you go here in Sirach, okay, chapter 1 and verse 14. Okay, it says, to fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb. All right. So going back to Psalms 1 and Proverbs 1 and 7, right? Going back to Proverbs chapter 1 and 7, it says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, which is also wisdom. But fools despise wisdom and instruction. Now, I give you the meaning of instruction, but goes back to precept, right? I think David said, through thy precept, I get understanding, which is me getting wisdom. Because the precept, which goes back to this word, which is the law, right? Say, but fools despise wisdom and instruction, shows that they reject the ways and order and laws of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This also shows that they love every false way. Okay? Now going back to a precept in the Merriam Dictionary, all right, it say a command or principle intended especially as a general rule of action. That's a precept. And David say through thy precept, through thy laws, through thy command. Okay? You get understanding. And here you falls with. Okay? So a man may say he have faith, but with no works, is not pleasing in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because why? He follows not the command that was given. Okay? And what is the command? Well, let's get it. We can go in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear. Fear the Most High. Fear Yahawah, and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man, you Israelites. You so-called Native American Indians, Latinos, and Negroes. Okay, an Israelite that scattered out over the four winds as unto the speckled bird. Okay, that is the command. So Christian says they have faith, but with no rule or action. I lie or I lie? Which one? Christians say they have faith, but with no rule or action. All right, which goes back to works. All right, now let's go into the book of James. Okay, and we can end it off soon. All right, book of James, chapter 2. Okay, James chapter 2, verse 17 and 18. Even so, faith, if it had not works, if it had not action, it is dead alone. But a lot of these Christians say they have faith, but they have no actions to go with that faith. Yeah, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. right? Now, let's get the same precept in two different translations, just to just to give you some understanding, just to make it even more clear. Okay. Now we can go into the ERV version and the GNT version. This is James 2, 17 and 18. It is the same faith. If it just faith, if it is just faith and nothing more, if it doesn't do anything, it is dead. If it doesn't do anything, if it doesn't show action, right? Because a command, right? A command is a rule, all right? With 18. But someone might argue some people have faith and others have good works. Some people have faith and others have good works, right? So one people have faith and then another people have works. One people have faith, but they don't have no works. And the other people have works, but they have no faith, right? My answer would be that you can't show me your faith if you don't do anything. You see? But I will show you my faith by the good I do. All right. Now let's get the GNT version. They say, so it is with faith. If it is alone and includes no action, then it is dead. But someone will say, one person has faith, one person has faith, right? Another has action. Like I said a little earlier, this one say he have faith, but he don't have no work. That one say he have works, but he have no faith. Right? One person have faith, another has action. My answer is, show me how anyone can have faith without actions, without works. I will show you my faith by my actions. All right. So if you truly fear Yahawah, then you will have faith in his word. You will have faith in his son. Okay. And then you will put it into action. All right. So this is directed and guided by wisdom, the word of Yahawah, Bahasham Yahweh. Okay. So all wisdom is to fear Yahawah and do his will. Let me go back and end it off with that same precept in Sirach 19 and 20. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law and the knowledge of his omnipotency, of his of his unlimited power. Okay, just like him. All right, he self-exists. Okay, he has no beginning, no end. He's all powerful. He is the supreme being. Okay, supreme power, as we say, Yahawah. All right. So yeah, man, Lord Bill, this lesson was edified. Okay, I'd like to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to you, Akim, out there that's pushing this week. Okay, in sincerity and in charity with all humility. Okay, Shalom and a Baba. Qam Yasharahla.